No. I've just put in that group chat. Just hold for my text. Yep. Yeah. They literally just printing the team sheets there. Yeah. All good. Of course. Thank you. Okay, bye.
You can sit inside. Hello. Hey, cousin museum. No, I'm in front. I feel like here. Last time, I flew. Not a big crowd, is there? I think it's about that this week, yeah. I can't replay it.
Down that road, turn right and walk. I just said your friend straight up. Not going to be a clash with the yellow.
Leave your drink close. You film. Try to shift it to the floor. Fish here. How do you do it?
If you finish that, I'll fill it up before you come back.
Do you do the fish here or do you?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tiwi Islands for the 2024 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. It's the Battle of the Birds. It's the Eagles and the Magpies. My name is Ryan Saxelby, and joining alongside me in commentary is NT footy legend Stuart Davis. Stu, welcome.
Thanks, Ryan. Really looking forward to this. Another Tiwi Islands Grand Final. Of course, changed the time of year that it's been played the last couple of years pretty successfully, and so looking forward to a pretty open game here today with two teams pretty evenly matched, judging on results throughout the season.
Yeah, spot on. Eagles finishing the season with 11 wins, 3 losses and a draw. Magpies second with 10 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. It's been an excellent season. Plenty of draws. We were discussing it earlier, Stu. About 6 for the season.
Yeah, that's right. A 16-round season and 6 draws. So, and you look through the scores from the season, and very close contests most weeks. So these are the two that have come through to the grand final: the Ranku Eagles and the Muluwurri Magpies, as we're underway. And the Eagles win the first hit out, but tied it up across the back there by Omatakumi, but he couldn't control the ball as Eagles try to advance it down to half forward. Picked up and just checked the kick there and got the hand pass away. It was Babui over the top to his teammate in Francis Tipping-Woody, and Magpies advance it around the wing, but chopped off down there by Francis Orstow. He kicks back and finds a teammate, and it's the Eagles with the opportunity to go forward. Chip kick is good and finds Theo Tipping-Woody kick goes into half forward, and the mark taken out there by Big Cantilla. He's looking for a short option again. Kicks in short, or just a bit too short, and the mark unable to be taken. Hand pass comes across towards half back, and Magpies trying to work it out of defence, but just missed the target there, and a strong tackle. A hack out of the air, kicks the ball out into open space, but I think that's going to be a judge kicking in danger, and Muluwurri will take the free kick at half back. So the Magpies looking to clear out of defence. It's running away, bouncing is Austral, who kicks straight down the middle of the ground. The mark almost taken there, and then taken and put to ground. There's a whistle on the play, and perhaps a bit fortunate to receive a holding free kick there. Almost dropped it down to the ground. Albert Purintatameri there before he was tackled, but they're deep in the forward line now, down to the goal square. There's a scramble for the ball on the ground. It's picked up at ground level, trying to get some space through.
Great
but strong tackle, and it was Daniels that got caught with the ball, and the Eagles quickly move it to the outer side of the ground, close to the boundary line out there, and kept in play by the big fella Roy Farmer, but he's found a teammate, and it's Liam Daniels who'll go back and take the set shot at goal inside 50 on the outer side of the ground. Opportunity for the first score of the game.
Thrilling start, fast-moving footy. You would expect that.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly what we expected out in the open, and Daniels now with the set shot. Kicks long, looks pretty good, I think. Oh, banged it into the post. So the first score of the game is to the Muluwurri Magpies, and it's a behind. So the ball to be brought in by John Papungamary. Kicks it to the outer side of the ground and finds his teammate Francis Orsto. Orsto goes close to the... Kicks it down towards half forward. Nice kick, and nicely directed to Clayton Dunn. He plays on quickly, gets the ball along in towards the forward pocket on the bounce. It's close to the boundary line. And Daniels is happy to see it over in defence for the Magpies. It'll be a boundary throw.
Ripping day for some footy. A couple of little clouds around, but very much sunny. Nice breeze. Stuart?
Yeah, conditions good, as we'd expect in August on the Tiwi Islands. And yeah, perfect really is. Just a scramble ground. Ranku with a chance to go forward, but a diving mark. Beautifully taken by Francis Tipungwuti, and now he looks to switch the ball to the near side of the ground and finds his teammate Phelan Cantilla. Cantilla's kick misdirected though, unfortunately for the Magpies, and equals the chance to rebound here. They've worked themselves into a bit of pressure, but still have control of the ball. The hand pass comes across, it shot at goal for the first goal of the game. It's through. It's Francis Orsto. Just was involved in all of that passage of play, kept running and received the hand pass and kicked beautifully for goal.
And that's exactly the Tiwi Island footy action we see. That's that run and carry. We see it so often in their NTFL side, the Tiwi Bombers, and seeing it now here in the Tiwi Footy League, it's just one of the greatest footy acts you can see in the Northern Territory. Highly recommend anyone to make the trip across, and you can see the massive crowd in the background of this shot. Everyone's lined up.
Yeah, it is a huge crowd, and a great start for the Eagles with the first goal on the board. That'll settle the nerves a bit, as Cantella still doing the ruck work, but it's Muluwurri this time looking to clear, work it to the outer side of the centre square. A strong tackle there, and taken to ground, but it's an Eagles free kick, and it's Valentine, poor Jimmy, who kicks out wide. And the Eagles just trying to build something once again here as they stay close to the boundary line. Oh, terrific effort, second and third attempt, and I think that mark's going to be paid. And yeah, great mark, and the Eagles a chance with Quinton Dunn out there. It's it hasn't been paid, in fact, and it's going to be a ball up. So terrific efforts, though. Dunn was up high and then at ground level almost bringing it back in. Carlson Cantilla leaping over the top, gets his hand to the ball. There's a free kick been found. It's going to go the Magpies' way, and it's Francis Tipungwuti. He's looking for a short option. That's a well-directed kick, and Linus Lorenzo takes that mark. He switches back into the middle of the ground at half-back, and a chance to build there, but Phelan Cantilla decides to go back and just take some pace off the game. His kick just had a little bit too much air, gave the Eagles the chance to pounce on that one as the kick over the shoulder comes back into centre half forward. Well, some clever evasive work, but got tricked himself in the end and got tackled, and the free kick's been paid. So Magpies doing most of the defending early in this quarter as they work it across to half-back on the near side of the ground. The kick goes along the wing, and mark taken here once again by Purantaramiri as it's cleared away by the Eagles this time. A couple of running bounces and a long hand pass, and taking the ball as if he'd taken the mark and then got tackled and spilt it, and the free kick rightly paid against Clancy Purantaramiri that time as Muluwurri looked to advance the ball close to the boundary line, and it's knocked over for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle for the Magpies to try and get that kick past the halfway mark of the field. The Eagles doing really well to just make a contest.
So from the boundary throw in, ball nullified a bit. Goes some good hands there and trying to break free of the tackles, but play on's the call as the ball spills loose now, and it's Ranku through Port Jimmy, who kicks out wide into the forward pocket, running onto the ball out there. The hand pass comes back inboard, and plenty of pressure on as it comes again. A hook over the shoulder towards goal. Looks pretty good, I think. And I think it is a goal to Quinton Dunn out there. Just confirming that that one's through. It is, and so a second goal on the board to the Ranku Eagles, and just a bit more efficient, making more of their opportunities going forward, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. You can sense that the struggle of defending the last pretty much 6 minutes of this match, it's really starting to get to the Magpies, and Eagles a terrific goal. A terrific work in the pocket to keep the ball alive, and good goal sense as well. The crowd loved it in that pocket, so great goal.
Of course, these two teams played in the second semi-final a couple of weeks ago, and just a few points the margin in that game. So, yeah, the quick start will be a big advantage for the Eagles, the minor premiers, and first team into the grand final as Muluwurri just trying to work it out of defence out of the middle, but free kick's been found. It's going to go the Magpies' way, and just wait for the ball to be relayed. Try to take off quickly Timothy Babui, but he's got to go back over the mark and instead gives off by hand, and after a bounce the long kick goes forward. Ball on the ground at half-back for the Eagles. They try to work it out through handball, but just missed the target there. And again, it's a scramble at ground level. Some good defensive work. That's going to be incorrect disposals. The Eagles player quickly a lunging tackle from behind, but just seeing what the call is here, it may have been decided there was no advantage and the ball's going back. So it's interesting as Silvani Babui kicks to the outer side of the ground, but again the ball's got to come back just while we get things sorted out here. So Silvani Babui changes his mind and comes near side this time, and the kick's good, well taken, and off and running straight away was Patrick Cantilla. He goes long straight down the middle of the ground. Ball punched from behind at ground level. It's worked out of defence through the hands by the Magpies, but they've lost control of the ball. There's a free kick been found, and it's going to be Muluwurri with that free kick at half-back.
Oh, and a 50.
And a 50-metre penalty.
I think just copped one a little bit high during the marking contest, but this is a huge opportunity for the Magpies.
Timothy Babui takes advantage of that 50-metre penalty, kicks long towards goal, but just offline out to the right and through for a behind to the Magpies.
Probably just needed to calm down a little bit on that one. It is a very fast-paced game, but when you're defending so often, you just got to take a breath for a second.
So the Eagles bring the ball back into play, but misdirected kick, and it's chopped off down there by Michael Lorenzo, and his pass inboard is a ripper, and the mark taken, and the shot at goal will be from Nicholas Daniels directly in front, only about 20 or 30 metres out. Can see a bit of breeze in the trees in the background, so kicking for goal is a bit of a challenge, but Daniels now with the set shot, but he's hooked that one and just scrapes it through for a minor score.
Bit of momentum, you would think now. The Magpies just chipping off that kick in, can they kind of keep that momentum up and trap the ball in?
So, as expected, running out of defence was John Papungamary, kicks it out to half-back, and now the Eagles have worked it around the outer wing, and a chance to come back inboard now as players line up. Oh, good defensive work working back there, and a terrific mark by Francis Tipungwuti, who's had a few touches early in the game and looks one of the more prominent players on the ground as he looks to play on, kicks long towards half forward, but it's all the Eagles back there, and Cantilla chops that one off. Just calling for players to run towards him, and short kick's good, and now a chance to switch again to the near side of the ground. Player in space out there takes the mark, and that's William Papungamary, who goes back into the middle of the ground, and he finds his teammate Cantilla, who chips back to Papungamary, who kept running, has a bounce now and delivers short towards half forward. Just a little bit too much height on that one, allows the Magpies to come in and tidy up across half back. Some clever evasive work got around the player in front of him, but a good mark running back with the flight of the ball by Francis Orstow. He just settles things down now and kicks long inside forward 50, and a mark taken there in a contest, a terrific mark, and there wasn't too much that Fraser Tipungwuti could do to defend that one. A great mark taken, and another chance for the Eagles, and signalling that he's going to go long with the shot at goal is Noel Puntamilui, and he's just inside 50 when he kicks, probably kicking from about 45, pretty much straight in front. Left footer swings around now, but he's hooked that one and dribbled it badly, punched away across the face of goal. Good defensive work, and it wasn't the best kick at goal, and the ball's punched out of bounds, and it'll be a boundary throwing.
Well, he's lucky he got a fist to it, because the Eagles forward was actually in front there, so luckily he got it in there.
So from the throw, the ball's loose at the top of the goal square. Dangerous area for the Magpies, but good defensive work sees them run it out to the outer side. Lorenzo with the hand pass over the top, and now a bit of pace on the outside. Breaks one tackle, gets through another tackle with another bounce. Murray Daniels, and finds his teammate inboard, Timothy Babui. He's off and running, trying to find his teammate out there, but Emilio Muluwurri just couldn't take the ball, and the Eagles were able to tidy up, and again just taking the pace off it a bit as they look to go long inside forward 50. Big pack of players fly, the ball hits the ground, trying to reef it out of there, but it's held in, and I think this will be a ball up at half forward for the Ranku Eagles. So from the ball up, ball on the ground goes over towards the boundary line, and Brian Austral just sees that one over, and it'll be another boundary throw in inside forward 50 for the Eagles. Ball slips over the back, his hand pass out the back with a couple of players, but again terrific defensive work by Muluwurri as Fraser Tipungwuti brings it away around the outer side of the ground. and the ball's gone over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in. So 2 goals plays 2 behinds. As we approach the 16-minute mark of this first quarter, Cantilla just grabs it out of the ruck and then reefs a huge kick inside forward 50 down towards the pocket, but no one there, and the ball bounces and bounces over the boundary line in the right forward pocket, but an excellent opportunity again for the Eagles in their attacking area.
For sure, and you think, obviously, Carlson Cantilla, a rising star in the NTFL competition, his impacts in this grand final will be huge.
So hit out was won by the Magpies, but well read there, and the centering kick looks well directed. Oh, just a little bit too much on it, and Magpies scrambling in defence again. They've got numbers back though, and the kick across goal by Leroy Minikin finds a teammate, and Muluwurri go forward again. Wurrumiyanga there in the end of that one. Oh, his teammate slipped over at an unfortunate moment, but he had time to recover and controls the ball inside forward 50, but chopping in the mark, intercept mark almost taken, but not paid, and play on's the call as the Eagles now scrambling in defence trying to get it out, and they managed to do that and get it away and go straight up the middle of the ground into the centre of the ground, and the mark taken by Francis Orstow right in the middle of Stanley Tipalura Oval as he kicks long inside forward 50, but well read in defence again by Brian Ostrell, and he goes straight up the middle of the ground. A bit of a tap across there was clever, but ball was left behind, and now the Magpies again going forward. There's a whistle on the play here. I think it might be a downfield free kick. They're trying to move the ball in quickly here. I think the whistle's blowing and the ball's got to come back though. So yeah, Muluwurri just trying to move that ball as quickly as they could to give their forwards a chance, but not sure which way this one's going to go. It is going to be a Muluwurri free kick, but it comes all the way back to the back end of the centre square, unfortunately for them, and Paddy Wallapini just goes short and finds his teammate in Stephen Starcy. He gets it along, and a long kick in for Muluwurri into the top of the goal square. There's a chance at ground level. Ball just fumbled there. Eagles get back in numbers now as they try to work the ball. There's a dangerous kick across the face of goal, and here's a chance for Muluwurri as the snap at goal is wide and wild and goes out of bounds on the full under pressure. So Austin Wurrumiyanga it was, and he just couldn't control it with this kick on goal as he was under pressure, and the Eagles will be relieved to get the free kick and work the ball out of defence again around the outer side of the ground. It's a well-directed kick and nicely marked on the chest by Patrick Cantilla. He wastes no time to the outer side of the ground where at ground level Silvani Babui just looks to go short, and now they're off and running with the chance again going forward. A kick over the top, beautifully weighted, and the mark nicely taken by P.O. Port Jimmy, just read it beautifully over the top of his Muluwurri defender, and P.O. Port Jimmy will go back now with a set shot at goal as the clock ticks towards that 20-minute mark, which will end the first quarter, and a chance to stretch that lead. Port Jimmy, the left foot kick, looks pretty good off the boot, and his teammates are happy with it, but no, it's just missed off to the side. So a let off there for Muluwurri as they bring the ball back in quickly around the outer side of the ground. Mark spilt and gives the Magpies a chance to clear away again as just running back and trying to find himself some space with Timothy Babui, but he's overturned the ball here now, and the Eagles with a couple of bounces long inside forward 50 again. The marking contest, the ball spills over the top off hands and touched through for another behind. So just over the line as the siren went, and that means that the margin at quarter time is 12 points in favour of the Ranku Eagles, who it's probably fair to say, Ryan, have dominated the play and looked the better side in the first quarter.
For sure, they've held the ball really nicely in their forward half of the ground, but we'll be right back after this short break for the second quarter.
on the sets. Only the players and
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Tim. Careful, eh? Watch out for my phone. That's in perfect condition. Let's see if I can see Selena. Can you see her anywhere? Let's let her run through some water. She's all the way. No, she's not having water. She's all the way on the other side. We've got a couple of routers here that'll get it back over. A couple of 5G routers, yeah. That's what all these little fun antennas and things are. Yep, so we send the raw feedback and they add commercials and scoring over the top and everything. So they score over the top.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fast-paced bit of action here on the Tiwi Islands for the TIFL Grand Final, Stu. Plenty of excitement, plenty of action and plenty of pace.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we expected coming in, and yeah, plenty of pressure around the ball as well, so it hasn't been easy to break away and get those breaks that we normally associate with Tiwi Islands footy, but yeah, there's certainly plenty of pace on the ball, and Ranku have taken the early advantage with a couple of goal lead, and I'm sure that Austin Wurrumiyanga and his team will be looking to regroup and just chip away at that couple of goals early in this final quarter, as second quarter, sorry, as the ball goes up, and at ground level it's Ranku who clear away again. Just a couple of running bounces. A third bounce now as the long kick for goal comes in. It looks pretty good. It's just swinging across the face and falls short. A terrific bit of running play from Valentine Port Jimmy there as he burst away from the centre square, and you can see that the wind just affected the kick on goal, and the Magpies bring it back in straight down the middle of the ground. The mark being claimed there and paid, and Edward Darcy it is who takes that mark and now chips out wide to Murray Daniels. Daniels goes inboard and finds Wamata Kimi, who's kicks down towards half forward. Wurrumiyanga there just taps it out to the advantage of his teammate with a hand pass back inboard by Nathaniel Daniels. And now the chance for Muluwurri at ground level, but just falling over there, and it's the Eagles who are able to clear out of defence, and they've got free players up the middle of the ground as they get it back again to Valentine Port Jimmy, who goes long this time down to the top of the goal square. The ball at ground level, a dribble kick comes in, and now a snapshot at goal, but that's missed everything from almost the goal line, I think, and it'll be a Muluwurri free kick in the back pocket, out of bounds on the full. So chipping across the face of goal and now trying to run the ball out of defence. The long kick comes down towards half back, sitting underneath that ball there. Didn't envy him there, Murray Daniels, but he managed to control it in the end and used it nicely, as well as Magpies advance down towards half forward now. The bouncing ball at half forward again. It's Nathaniel Daniels, and this time he pats it back, trying to get it to the advantage of a teammate, but the Eagles defenders have worked back and breaking a tackle, and now the hand pass across and running it out of defence. Another strong tackle, and the ball spills out. Play on's the call. There's a snapshot at goal here. I think it's pretty good. The goal umpire comes back and says yes, that's all clear. Straight through the middle for the first goal for the Muluwurri Magpies, and it's Francis Tipungwuti is the one that they're all congratulating. A fantastic snap around the corner, and just what the Magpies were looking for early in this second quarter, Ryan.
Yeah, spot on, Stu. You spoke about how this game has actually featured a lot of high pressure, and coming off the back of what was a great tackle to spill the ball loose, Francis Tipungwuti, an excellent finish. It did seem like Eagles were threatening to get the first one on the board. They were moving the ball with incredible speed, but it's massive for the Magpies to be on the board first in a major way in the second term.
So underway again as Magpies again looking to clear out of the centre, and the forward hand pass goes to the advantage, but across at half forward. The hand pass comes back again, but the Eagles this time look like they're able to tidy up in defence, or a bit of a sling tackle after the ball was gone. Play on's the call, and they're using the corridor at every opportunity, the Eagles. They seem to have players lined up there, but this time the Magpies have been able to turn it over, but there's a free kick on the play here, and it's going to go the way of Timothy Babui for Muluwurri, who goes the short option, just a bit too short, but they've still got time to compose and kick inside forward 50, and that's a beautifully directed kick, and the mark taken about 40 metres out on a bit of an angle. It's Roy Farmer. Roy Farmer, a very experienced player with NTFL and SANFL experience, but he's just off a couple of steps, this kick, and he's leaned back on that one a bit and kicked it off to the side near the boundary line, and the ball eventually goes out and over. So a bit of a disappointing effort from Roy that time, but the ball still locked in the Muluwurri forward half as we wait for the boundary throw in.
Yeah, well, we've seen it's not been easy to kick at goal today. The breeze quite strong.
So at ground level, tackle broken, hand pass comes across. There's a snapshot at goal from pretty close range, but just couldn't bring that one back far enough. And it's through for a behind to the Magpies. So
Magpies are swarming now. You can sense maybe the dam wall busting just a little bit.
Short option this time, but too short again, and the Eagles under pressure again in defence as they bat it forward and now kick away down towards the centre square. The ball bounces there eventually, and some terrific skills by P.O. Port Jimmy. Got the hand pass across, and they're working forward again as Pedro Olsen tries to kick forward. He got tackled as he tried to kick it. Hack kick off the ground, sees the ball go out towards the boundary line, and calling for deliberate out there is Phelan Cantilla, but I don't think the umpire's agreeing with him on this occasion, and it'll be a boundary throw in. Probably could have taken possession of that and kept it in, but looking for the free kick. Wasn't there. Been watching too much AFL, I think, Ryan.
I reckon that's why the umpire didn't pay its due.
Oh, but he's back in the action now and working the ball forward. Just cut through the pack of players there, and now it's battered forward again by Timothy Babui, and they've got the ball down towards half forward. The kick comes inboard, just falls a bit short of the Ranku defence. Is again another strong tackle and something of a sling there, but holding the ball has been called, and it's going to be an Eagles free kick taken by John Papungamary, who kicks out wide, but I think this one's going to have to come back.
Yeah, you can see now a bit of a reverse from the first quarter. Now it's the Eagles starting to panic. They're trying to get the ball moving and inside their forward 50, but they just can't at the moment.
So it's Nicholas Stasi who will be the recipient of the free kick. He kicks to the outer side of the ground. Oh, standing under that one, Silvani Babui just couldn't control it, and now Muluwurri looking to just crash it forward any way they can as the chip kick comes inside forward 50, well directed again, and Roy Farmer again on the end of this, swings around, wastes no time this time, kicks on the left, kicks high and long towards the top of the goal square, punched away, good defence, but it falls at ground level. There's a snapshot for goal here, but once again just brought it round too far and through for another behind. But Muluwurri, their supporters would be pretty happy with what they're seeing in the early stages of this second quarter. They're dominating field position and possession of the ball as the Eagles take it away to the outer side of the ground again. A couple of high flyers there, but the ball spilled out at ground level, and again it's the Magpies who are first hands on the ball. The long kick comes in again towards goal, and this time it's Albert Puruntarameri, but again just offline, and will these missed opportunities come back to bite them in the end?
Well, particularly after their last match-up a few weeks ago, Stu, you would think that you need to be taking every single one of these.
So the long kick from the kick-in, but again it's Muluwurri at ground level. The kick comes inboard, just knocked away from behind. Here's a chance at ground level. Hand pass comes forward. They've got runners everywhere forward of the ball, and eventually the kick goes in from Nicholas Daniels at ground level. It could have been one of 3 or 4 players down there, but terrific teamwork. The hand pass came over the top when perhaps a shot at goal could have been taken, but players were streaming in and all clear at the top of the goal square. And so Muluwurri, who were a couple of goals down at quarter time, really hit back in the early stages of this second quarter, and really doing all of the attacking and almost all of the scoring as they hit the lead for the first time in the game.
Definitely seems that left of screen is the scoring end as we get back underway.
Well, big thump forward, and we'll try to kick out of the air, but Muluwurri going a conventional format with the hands is clever work, and slick hand pass comes across from Edward Darcy, and now they've got the ball deep in the forward line again and working hard in defence. The Eagles trying to work it out of there, just can't take clean possession at the moment. There's a turnover. I think that's Farmer again, this time across the outside of the boot. Clever work at ground level with a quick kick was Liam Daniels, but again just offline, and the Eagles a chance to settle and hopefully for them find some players coming out of defence as John Pungameri kicks around the outer side of the ground where Theo Tippenwoody has a running player, and after a bounce the kick comes into half forward, but Magpies have got plenty of numbers back there. The hand pass comes in, but the Eagles again breaking away, and a long shot at goal. This time it looks pretty good, I think. It is, and look at the celebration with a fantastic running goal, and it's that player again, Valentine Port Jimmy, who's been in everything attacking for the Eagles in this second quarter. He's broken from the centre a couple of times with bouncing runs, and this time finishes with a terrific goal.
Take a bow. Valentine gets a well-deserved drink, and how about the celebration? That's why we love Tiwi footy. The crowd was behind it. Excellent goal, and it's just how fast things can change in this league.
Yeah, that's right. They were under all of the pressure in defence for a long period of time, and Muluwurri got a couple of goals, but they've missed a few opportunities. But that time it was Valentine Port Jimmy who just burst away again, and Silky Skills put the ball through, and we're just waiting here for play to restart. Not sure what the situation is, maybe an injured player. The players in the centre square taking the opportunity to have a quick drink. So after the Ranku Eagles opened the game with a 2-goal lead at quarter time, it's been Muluwurri in the second quarter who've added 2 goals 4 to the Eagles 1 goal 1. But that last goal from Port Jimmy just got the Eagles back in front. You can see there the player being assisted. And I'm not sure about this Ryan. They should be able to take him over the boundary line that side and give him the chance to come back on later rather than hold up the game while he gets taken right across the ground. But that's the way it is. So obviously player safety comes first, and we're just waiting till the players cleared from the ground and we can get underway. Looks like we're ready to go now as Carlson Cantilla does it all by himself that time. Hooks the hand pass over the top. Oh, clever work, and the hand pass forward by Davis White as the Eagles are inside forward 50 again. The ball bouncing inside their forward 50 and bouncing over the boundary line for a throw in.
Yeah, you can see Carlson Cantilla stamping himself in the ruck. Huge taps, and always to advantage of his teammates. It's never a clanger of any kind. It's always in front of his teammate, always.
So So from that boundary throw in, the ruck contest, it's Muluwurri with the clearance, but that's a dangerous kick into the corridor inside the forward 50, but in defence they've done pretty well, and running the ball out with a couple of bounces and a paddle along. That's terrific defensive work by Linus Lorenzo, and the kick is good as well. The hand pass comes across to Stephen Lorenzo. He kicks long towards goal. It's going right to the goal line. But terrific defensive work down there by Scotty Portamini. Just got back, got his hands to the ball and rushed it through from behind, and then brings the ball back in quickly to the outer side of the ground, and the mark taken by Theo Tipungwuti. He was off and running quickly but had to double back on himself. Good defensive work there, outnumbered, but terrific work, and Muluwurri into attack again, but leading out in defence was Jean Puruntatameri. Took a good mark out in front and switches across to the outer side of the ground. So the Eagles looking to build from defence again as the kick goes out wide and out in plenty of space. The mark taken, I think that might be Davis White. He kicks in towards half forward as it's P.O. Port Jimmy at ground level just couldn't control it, and now Muluwurri bring it away again. Mark almost taken by Stephen Lorenzo, but he managed to recover. Ball spilled out, and Jean Puruntatameri just got grabbed by the jumper without possession, and he takes the free kick, gets the hand pass across to Silvani Babui, who quickly gets the ball out to the outer wing as the long hand pass comes over the top, but just a bit of a fumble out there as Quinton Dunn gets it forward again, but it's Muluwurri first there as the hand pass comes backwards from Brian Austral, and ball kept in play, and just casually going for a jog around the outer side of the ground with 4 or 5 bounces, and now a wobbling kick inboard, and it's chopped off in defence, and Jano Tipungwuti, I think that one is, who takes that mark and goes straight back out to where the ball came from, and it's the Eagles now trying to build around that outer side, and they're finding loose players pretty easily as they work the ball right around that outer wing and now down towards half forward. And yeah, beautifully weighted kick over the top, and the mark taken by Papangameri out there. So he's right out on the boundary line. This would be a pretty tough shot at goal from right out wide, but he looks pretty confident as he goes back.
Doing the right thing and taking the time. They've been under pressure.
Kick on the way, sits up on the breeze. It's going close, but just misses near side. So they're behind Ranku, who've settled a bit in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game and have restored their lead. The kick comes in, the mark spilt, but still got time to work the ball along the boundary line. But it's you can see the crowd there as the ball's close to the boundary line, and we were a bit blinded, but it's going to be, yeah, the umpire calling for the crowd to get back. They're all inside the fence there, and too close to the boundary line really, but it's Muluwurri who worked the ball out of defence. Stephen Starcy with a long kick, and it's good running play by Maureen, who kicks down towards the forward pocket, but just too far out in front of his teammate, and the ball bounces over for another throw in. We're hitting the 17-minute mark of this second quarter, so just a few minutes left in the first half of this 2024 TIFL Grand Final.
Yeah, you would think that neither side would want to concede in a major way now.
So it's Muluwurri with the ball in their forward half, but the Eagles first hands on it. The ball spills at ground level. Hand pass comes out. Oh, strong tackle, and again the ball spills out, and going to be rewarded for that tackle. So terrific defensive work, and it's the Eagles who look to clear to the outer side of the ground. A long kick, and it's well directed and marked out there by P.O. Port Jimmy. He's off and running with a couple of bounces around the outer wing on that beautiful left foot. Kicks down towards half forward, just chipping across. Mark couldn't quite be taken as that's crude tackle there, but I think the free kick's going to be paid, isn't it? Yeah, just a front-on high tackle as the hand pass comes across, and it's now the Eagles looking to score again in the late stages of this second quarter. There's a free kick being paid, but it's going to be a Muluwurri free kick deep in defence, and now looking to bring the ball grandstand side. The mark taken in front, nicely taken too by Fraser Tipungwuti as he advances the ball down to the wing. That's a terrific mark taken in the hands by William Papangameri, and he kicks in short, finds his teammate at half forward in Clancy Puruntatameri, gives it back to Papangameri, who chips the ball across goal, and that's a beautifully weighted kick and beautifully directed kick, and finds his teammate directly in front, only about 20 metres out. It's Davis White this time, and he's got the chance to extend that lead back to close to what it was at quarter time after all of the play that Muluwurri have had in this second quarter. So Davis White directly in front, only 20 metres out, kicks on the way, looks good, goal umpire just leans, but it's made it inside that goal post pretty comfortably, I think. There's a bit of confusion here, but I think the goal will be registered, and it's Davis White who gets himself on the scoreboard in the second quarter.
Yeah, time ticking away, about 20 odd seconds to half time, and you'd think the Magpies would be pretty disappointed to let one slip just in the dying moments of the first half, but Eagles now would be feeling a bit comfortable now after the really hot start to this second term from the Magpies.
Yeah, the Magpies, of course, still well and truly in the game. It's only a 9-point margin, and things can change pretty quickly, but not this quarter, I wouldn't think. I'd say the siren's going to go before we're going to have a chance to restart, unless there's some time taken off for that injury. Just making sure the setup's right here. I think, yeah, we must be playing a bit of extra time for the injury stoppage that we had. So over the top, Carlson can Tiller gets it down beautifully to Daniel Portamini. He kicks down towards half forward, but it's chopped off across half back, and kept running and got the hand pass forward. That was terrific work. Mitchell Jamola kicks down towards half forward, and what a mark taken down here, and looking to move the ball quickly to try and score in the late stages of this second quarter. The chip kick comes in, but well read in defence, and the mark taken down there by John Allstar as they clear it to the outer side, and Theo Tipungwuti running the ball gets it out to the advantage of Papangameri. Hand passes over the top back to Tipungwuti. He hand passes forward. They've got loose players in the middle of the ground, but ball spills out in the tackle, and it'll be a Magpies free kick to Emilio Maureen on the outer side of the ground. He did. It's a scrubber kick as he tried to centre it inboard, but his teammate had some time, Murray Daniels, and he kicks down along the outer wing as the siren goes to end the second quarter, and a couple of goals each in that quarter. It was exciting footy. It was Muluwurri who dominated in the early stages of the quarter, and Ranku who hit back with the last couple of goals, and the stage is set at half-time for a terrific second half, Ryan.
Yeah, spot on. We are being treated to an absolute pearler, and we'll be right back after this break.
Cause I just wanna move, and you can go and do. Yeah, that's me plus you. So tell me what we gon' do. Cause I just wanna move, and yeah, you can come too. And one time for the crew. So tell me what we gon' do. Cause I just wanna move, and you can come too. Yeah, that's me plus you.
Play your way. Sign up today at play.afl.
Here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option.
They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands. It just makes it a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end.
Yeah!
it evenly distributed across your back, or you feel it's still pulling on one side?
No, it still pulls on one side, but that's because one's heavy.
Yeah, that one's heavy in the other. That's good. I'll come up. Yeah, please. Of course, you do what you need to with it. If it helps, if it works, it works. Well, here, look, boy, if you want to come sit this side where it's all shaking.
Oh, yeah.
Is that, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
And you be able to see or not? Have a look, see where Tim. See where Tim. Okay, that's all right. All right, let's go. That's what I did before. I do again. I just filled it up out of that tap box. Tim, do you want to play with? I can move this monkey forward if you get an attack there.
Reminder, water carriers and runners. Make sure you run on and off. Don't stand on the field. You're blocking the field of play. Supporters behind the line. Give them players room to run. And the bend around players. Move back.
Now, yellow are going that way. And I want to stay on this side because the lighting.
Welcome back, viewers. We are witnessing one of the great grand finals in the Tiwi Football League. It's the Eagles and the Magpies. Stu, it's been a great game. It's been momentum swings. It's been a bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly right. And you know, clearly could go either way from here, and we saw what the Muluwurri Magpies can do when they get a bit of a run on and get control of the play. But Ranku equally we managed to steady and hit back, and we're really looking forward to the second half of this game. Just before we get underway, of course, Tiwi Islands Football League doesn't happen without great support from partners in the Tiwi Islands Regional Council and Tiwi Islands Land Council. So fantastic support there, gets footy going here on the Tiwi Islands, and we're underway in the third quarter. Strong tackle as the ball spills free, and it's Ranku going forward, inside forward 50, the mark's taken, and a chance for an early shot at goal was from P.O. Port Jimmy, who's been pretty prominent in the game today. He's a bit of a beacon out there for the Eagles, and he's taken the mark. Just comes up limping a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be fine to take his shot at goal, and the chance to get the first goal on the board of the second half and extend that lead.
I think a goal might make him feel a little bit better, Stu.
Yeah. So, Port Jimmy just, it looks like he's short passing into the forward pocket here. It comes off hands. A snapshot at goal from deep in the pocket, goes right across the face and goes over the boundary line. I think it might have bounced inside the field of play, but that was... maybe he is a little bit sore. That was an unusual option, I would have thought, for P.O. You'd think he'd eat that distance pretty easily. But that's the choice he made, and now we have a stoppage deep in the forward line for the Ranku Eagles as the boundary throwing comes in. It gets over the top, and another chance here. The hand pass comes out the back, snapshot towards goal from Daniel Portamini, but offline again. And behind to the Eagles as the ball's quickly brought back into play by Lindsay Maureen to the outer side, and Muluwurri looking to chip it around as Paul Babui takes that mark and now kicks long around the outer wing. Off hands, the ball goes close to the boundary line, and Wurrumiyanga just unable to keep the ball in play on the outer side there, and it'll be a boundary throw in. big fella Mitchell Jamola to do the ruck work for Muluwurri. Not sure what the hold up is here, but we're underway now as Cantilla just taps it down to the advantage of his teammates, and the quick kick comes forward and mark nicely taken. And now got some runners out wide as the long ball comes towards the top of the goal square again, but well read in defence, and Magpies clear straight up the middle of the ground. Austin Wurrumiyanga there paid the mark, bit fortunate, but got the kick forward again, just falling short a bit, but time to work the ball out as they've got some runners outside. The long hand pass loops over the top as Linus Lorenzo is under a bit of pressure down there, and the Eagles clear it away again through the centre of the ground as the kick comes down towards half forward, but well read in defence and streaming away, and a chance for the Magpies again going out towards half forward. The hand pass comes back across. Farmer with a stabbing pass in towards full forward. Ball falls short, and now at ground level it's Ranku working hard in defence. Some clever evasive skills by Scotty Portamini. Got the hand pass back, but they're under pressure here. The hand pass comes to Roy Farmer. His kick smothered. Again, another snapshot from right next to the behind post there by Nicholas Daniels this time, but couldn't bring that one back, and goes through for a behind to Muluwurri.
Great start to this third term.
So, coming out of defence with a bounce, Jano Tipungwuti, and a beautiful kick. Finds a teammate on the outer side of the ground as, again, they try to bring the ball back into the centre corridor, but Babui there, bit of theatrical stuff, tapped it over the top, but it's Ranku who got on the end of it, and now at ground level again, it's picked up beautifully down there. A snapshot at goal. This time it looks good. No, it's not. It's just offline again. It was Quinton Dunn this time having the shot at goal, and he's off the mark with behind. So Ranku have had the scoring opportunities early in the third quarter, but unable to take advantage so far as the ball's brought back into play. And Muluwurri get it down to the outer wing. The looping hand pass comes over the top, but Brian Ostrell couldn't control the ball on the first attempt, but he butters up pretty well, and now he's off and running with a couple of bounces, running backwards and forwards and around, and eventually finds himself some space and kicks down towards half forward. Farmer spilt the mark, but recovered at ground level, got the hand pass forward, but it's the Eagles in defence that look like they're going to work the ball out, although they're still under pressure, and eventually it comes out to Clancy Puruntatameri, who kicks down towards half forward, the ball bouncing high down there, and some clever work. And here he is again, Valentine Port Jimmy with a bounce and a kick towards goal, but just falls short in the goal square this time, and Muluwurri take it out the other side towards the boundary line. As running onto it was Timothy Babui, just balks and then gets a kick down around the wing, bouncing. It's picked up down there by Jamola, and Muluwurri get it forward again, and a nice mark taken out in front by Albert Puruntatameri. He kicks along the boundary line. It's strong defence, but Puruntatameri butters up and gets a hand pass over the top. The bounce doesn't favour his teammate Stephen Lorenzo, and it's the Eagles again, but I think the whistle's gone here, and it may have gone over the boundary line. Oh, it's in fact it's a Muluwurri free kick, and the ball was just put on the ground, so it's going to be a 50-metre penalty here. Just a bit of ill discipline there, and yeah, this will give Stephen Lorenzo a kick from the goal line. All clear, through for a goal, and yeah, the Ranku hierarchy won't be happy about that. The free kick was paid, and then just a little bit of dissent saw the 50-metre penalty and the goal, and so as it turns out, it's Muluwurri who get the first goal of the third quarter on the board after Ranku had done most of the attacking.
Yeah, definitely coach will be shaking his head about that one, I reckon. It's such a close game, 4 points the difference. Silly mistakes like that is not something you want to be giving away at any point of this match.
Just unnecessary. The player was right there and he just dropped it on the ground next to him. So anyway, you live and learn, and we're back in the centre of the ground, ready to go again. Margin back to 4 points. Ranku Eagles with their nose in front. There's a good ruck contest there, sees the ball squirt out, where a quick kick forward by Minikin as the Magpies get it down towards full forward again, but Eagles with the extra number down there, and they work it out nicely and clear it up the middle of the ground, where Cantilla takes the mark uncontested right in the middle of the ground. He swings onto the right boot, kicks down towards half forward, where the ball not quite controlled, but Tippingwoody got it forward, and now Valentine, Port Jimmy, drills a pass inboard, but couldn't find his teammate, but the ball's loose at the top of the goal square. Here's a chance, a snapshot for goal, and the crowd are cheering, and the Eagles are celebrating as the snapshot went through. A terrific goal, an opportunist goal, and it's the Ranku Eagles who hit back with a goal, as they did in the second quarter when they were under pressure, hit back with goals, and that's a good reply. And the Eagles back on the board and stretch that lead out to 10 points.
Well, that's exactly what the Eagles coach would have been looking for, is that immediate response to something definitely the players shouldn't have done. But great goal, great finish. Crowd's reaction told you everything.
So Ranku Eagles restore that lead as we're in the centre of the ground. Carlson Cantilla just punches it forward to the advantage of his teammates, but it's Muluwurri at ground level with the forward hand pass from Stephen Lorenzo. Here's a chance. Oh, running bounce, but lost control of the ball there was Francis Tippingwoody, as working hard across defence was Scotty Portamini again, but couldn't control it, and there's a whistle on the play, and it's going to be a Muluwurri free kick to Francis Tippingwoody. He goes quickly towards the top of the goal square, but well read in defence, and the mark taken by John Orstow, who clears to the outer side of the ground, but just fell short of his teammate and then bounced over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So just the one goal apiece in this third quarter. We're almost halfway through, and long throwing goes over the top. Cantilla read it best and just took it and then thumped the long kick down forward of centre, as trying to control the ball at ground level was Francis Orstow. Did it well, got it across to his teammate. The kick off the side of the boot goes out towards the forward pocket there. It's bouncing, and strong defensive work from Lindsay Maureen sees the ball go over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
Nice little opportunity, Eagles, to perhaps pull away slightly out to a 16-point lead if they can snag one here.
So that boundary throw-in falls a little bit short, but it's Muluwurri with the numbers down there as the hand pass comes out, and now running out of defence. The kick goes around the wing, but just off target, and well read by Valentine Port Jimmy, who quickly gets the ball out wide to Clayton Tipalura, who takes a mark on the outer side. He chips on the left, and a beautiful pass, and he finds Daniel Portamini, who goes into the centre of the ground, and Carlson Cantilla takes the mark at centre half forward, and he's going back confidently now, and looks like he's going to take the sixth shot from outside the 50-metre line.
I reckon he's in range, Stu. I think there was a game against Palmerston last season in the TIFL where he roosted one from inside the centre square. So I reckon he might have this one in him.
Cantilla had a bit of a stretch, taking plenty of time. Comes in now. Looks like he's gone the barrel there. It's fallen short, and well read in defence by Brian Austral, and he takes the mark and now clears to the near side of ground, punched away, and Ranku first to the ball at ground level. Jumper pulled there, Plowens a call as the kick comes across towards half forward. Oh, terrific skills and running out of defence. Muluwurri take it down towards half forward. The ball bounces awkwardly, and no one able to control it initially, but then the hand pass comes out to Francis Tipungwuti. He gets the ball down. Here's a chance for Muluwurri. Running onto it there was Nicholas Daniels, but the ball didn't really bounce to his favour, and the Eagles managed to run it away out of defence again. John Papungameri kicks long round the outer side of the ground. It's punched away, and at ground level the long kick comes inside forward 50, but too wide, I think, and it might have gone out of bounds on the full out there. It has, and it's going to be a Muluwurri free kick, and it looks like it's Emilio Maureen who'll take that free kick. He's off with a bounce and now kicks down towards the wing. That's a well-directed pass, and finds his teammate in Jamola, who kicks long around the wing. They've got spare players out there, and through the hands they work it to Timothy Babui. He has a bounce, kicks long down towards full forward. Now it's going all the way to the goal line, and the mark's been taken in the goal square about a metre out from goal, and terrific footing, a big strong mark on the goal line, and a chance for the Muluwurri Magpies to respond again. It's Liam Daniels this time, and surely wouldn't miss from inside the goal square. He doesn't. It's a goal, and the game tightens up again, Ryan.
Yeah, back to 4 points. What a game we are witnessing here. It's so great to see footy thriving on the islands. Spectacular, really. 5-6, 36, 4-8, 32, as we just ticked over the 13-minute mark of the third quarter.
And of course, we'll expect to see some of these players playing for the Tiwi Bombers in the upcoming NTFL season. Starts first weekend of October, of course, and really looking forward to the season coming up with Tiwi Bombers under a bit of a resurgence, and giving themselves a chance and having some terrific performances in the previous season. We looked for them to build more as that NTFL season approaches, but we're right in the middle of a hot grand final here as Muluwurri again get the clearance out of the centre square. It goes down towards full forward. Just well organised in defence. The hand pass comes over the top, and John Oysto clears away for Ranku down to the wing, but picked off there by Fraser Tipungwuti, but his kick goes straight into the hands of a Ranku opponent, and they'll just try to settle things down now. Chip kick goes around the outer side, and now they've got looking to move the ball on quickly with running players forward of the ball. It's a nicely directed kick, and Port Jimmy takes that mark just forward of the centre wing on the outer side. You can see enthusiastic spectators and coaching staff out there directing players. Port Jimmy gets around the player on the mark, kicks long down towards the forward pocket. Stephen Stacey was underneath it, but under a fair bit of pressure couldn't hold on to the mark, and the ball spilled over the boundary line for another throw in. Cantilla thumps it forward, and quick kick by Portamini down towards full forward. First to the ball for Muluwurri was Lindsay Maureen. He couldn't control it, but tidies up again now and switches across the face of goal. And now the chance as Muluwurri work it out of defence up the middle of the ground, off and running with a couple of bounces. He could be in trouble here, but manages to get away. Murray Daniels gets a kick inside the centre square, and now a long kick down towards full forward once again. Oh, strong in defence, a mark almost taken, but good recovery, and the Eagles take it away again around the outer side of the ground where players are in space. Cantilla's there for the Eagles, but chopping across for Muluwurri was Emilio Maureen. Paddles the ball in front of himself. He's gained about 40 metres without a disposal there, just paddling it along, and now he gets some help from Edward Darcy, who tries to break away, but strong tackle from Clancy Puruntatameri. Sees the ball spill over the boundary line, and Darcy pulls himself up a bit sore, and I think the Eagles think they've got a free kick, but it's going to be a ball up instead. 16.5 minutes gone, third quarter. A tight contest here, 4 points the margin. The hit out goes close to the boundary line, and Muluwurri thought they'd kept it in, but had just gone over. So So it'll be a throw-in once again. And both sides looking to get a late score in the quarter to better their chances of taking out this Tiwi Islands Football League Premiership. It's the Eagles who break from the stoppage. The hand pass comes out wide and just couldn't be controlled initially, but following up was Valentine Port Jimmy, got a toe poke forward. The kick goes out wide, close to the boundary line. It's smothered out there and goes over the boundary line again for another throw-in.
Yeah, starting to get some stoppages now in play. Everyone getting a quick breath in. 4 points, couple of minutes to go in the third.
So from the throw-in, doing the body work was Noel Puntamului, but the Eagles get the ball forward again. A quick kick comes inside the square. Oh, well controlled down there by Davis White. Kicks long towards goal, but did all the hard work, but just couldn't bring the ball back around, and his kick floated out of bounds on the full. Lindsay Maureen waiting for the ball to come back from the spectators. He looks into the corridor and chips short, and now the switch kick comes to the near side of the ground where Wulapini takes the mark. He kicks inboard, but just a bit of a lazy kick, and it's chopped off by Francis Orstow. Orstow kicks long towards the top of the goal square. White couldn't quite hold on to that on the second grab, but Pio Port Jimmy comes in. He gets tackled with the ball and didn't dispose of it properly in time, according to the umpire, and it's going to be a Muluwurri free kick deep in defence for Linus Lorenzo. He chips the ball across into the back pocket, and Lindsay Maureen takes that mark. Maureen goes short and just chipping it around in defence now, but that's not a good kick. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Fraser Tippingwoody had no chance of getting to that one, as Francis Orstow comes back to take the free kick. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter, and it's Ranku with the realistic chance to increase their lead as they go inside forward 50, and Quinton Dunn out on the long lead takes the mark, and he'll have the set shot for goal from just inside the 50-metre line. Comes in now, kicks high, looks like he's pushed it out to the right. It's going to fall short, punched away in defence, and Muluwurri Magpies scrambling now to try to stop any further score from the Eagles in this third quarter, but the ball spills out. They've worked it out towards half-back, but now just taken and running through, kicking long towards goal, just offline, and that was Port Jimmy again. Valentine Port Jimmy had a good game and just couldn't get the major score that time that the Eagles were looking for, and that lead just pushes out to 5 points as we're right on three-quarter time here. The kick goes over the top. That was in the back, and advantage is paid as streaming forward was Timothy Babui, but the siren went to end the quarter before the Muluwurri Magpies could get another chance to try and score. So what a game we've got, Ryan. Just a 5-point margin at three-quarter time. Could go either way, and as we said, both teams have had their moments of dominance in the game, but yeah, I can't pick a winner from here.
Yeah, I'm backing you in there, Stu. It's going to be a tough last sprint to the finish line. Don't go anywhere. Last quarter coming up straight after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just 20 minutes separates us from knowing the 2024 TIFL Grand Final Senior Men's Premiers. Stu, it has been a thrilling contest. It's been end-to-end action, and we still don't know who might take home the premiership.
No, we certainly don't, and just fantastic scenes there. See players from opposite sides hugging each other, wishing each other well in the last quarter. We noticed that the Muluwurri Magpies were out early, ready to go, and the Ranku Eagles just held their huddle for a fair bit longer, and now they're all out there and we're underway again. Some terrific work in the ruckers. Muluwurri with the first clearance and inside forward 50 and the mark taken, and what a start to the final quarter this is, as Francis Tipungwuti got on the end of that one, took the mark out in front, and he's gone back. He said straight away, I'm going to take responsibility here and go back and take the set shot, and he'll be kicking to put Muluwurri in front early in this final quarter. Deliberate approach, bit of a stammer, and now kicks on the way. I think he's dragged it to the left, and what a start that would have been to the final quarter if they'd been able to goal inside the first minute, but behind only, and Scotty Portamini just brings the ball back into the outer side of the ground for the Ranku Eagles. Getting on the end of this one is Gene Puruntatameri, and now he kicks long round the outer side of the ground. It's a beautiful pass, and Carlson Cantilla gets on the end of that. He chips the ball forward where he's got some players in some space, and now you can see all the Eagles players running forward trying to get on the end of this. He goes past them out wide to close to the boundary line as the chip kick comes in. Ball off hands over the back, taken on the outside of the boot. The shot towards goal is close, but just offline. It was Quinton Dunn that time. Some clever work on the outside of the boot, but 3-4 are behind only, as it's the Magpies who bring the ball back into play. Grandstand side. Murray Daniels back there in defence, just looking for something to give to. Decides to go short in the end, and he was hoping to get it to Timothy Babui, but it was Valentine Port Jimmy who came in and put the pressure on and forced a stoppage deep inside the Ranku forward line. Double-fisted punch from the ruck contest. The ball spills. Here's a chance, and it's Valentine again. Port Jimmy, whose kick again is offline and through for a behind. So Ranku just chipping ahead with a couple of behinds. Margins out to 6 points at the 2-minute mark of this final quarter in the 2024 Tiwi Islands Football League Grand Final. Oh, from the kick in, it's a bit of a wobbler kick, and well read by Gary Puruntatameri, who takes the mark. He's got a bit of a fist pump there. Might be a bit premature, Ryan, but he's just happy to have the shot at goal, I think.
Well, it'll be a handy score regardless, making the Eagles score twice at least than to take the win.
So Gary Puruntatameri swings out on the right, called to play on. Ball swinging back on the breeze, but too much and across the face. And another behind. So both sides advancing with minor scores only in this quarter. Muluwurri with the first, and then the Eagles have hit back with 3 behinds. That's a terrific strong mark taken by Mitchell Jamala for Muluwurri. He gets the ball going forward quickly. Got runners out here if they can control the ball. It's paddled forward. 2-on-1. You'd think that Muluwurri should be able to control it from here. They are messing around with it a bit, trying to get into some space. The hand pass from Francis Tipungwuti eventually comes across here to Albert Puruntatameri. He goes short. The ball ricochets back to him. He's caught in the tackle, and now it stacks on as the ball's caught underneath, and play is called to a halt with the ball up. So yeah, Muluwurri had a chance there, but you can see that Liam Daniels just holding his head, but the punch comes out wide towards the boundary line, and It's the Magpies first there, but the hand pass over the shoulder was misdirected, and now it's the Eagles with a chance to go forward. The long kick forward by Porter Mini goes down towards half forward. Big leap from behind. The mark not taken. Play on's the call, and Muluwurri again with the numbers running out of defence with a bounce was Brian Ostrell. His chip kick missed the target, but Ostrell's back in the play again, gets the hand pass forward, and now a long kick down towards half forward. It's well directed, and Francis Tippingwoody, who's been busy all day, takes another mark at half forward. He gets the ball moving quickly to the top of the goal square. Leapers from everywhere, but the ball slips over the back, and it's Jean Puruntatameri whose kick's smothered, but Eagles get it away again. And look, there's 3 Eagles players out here and no Magpie defenders, as John Orstow just casually kicks down towards half forward, and P.O. Port Jimmy takes a nice mark out on the lead. He kicks further afield, and his kick is equally as good, finding Clayton Tipalura out wide, and he's going back pretty determinedly, and looks like he's going to be taking a set shot from out wide. Goal scoring hasn't been easy at either end of the ground all day with breezy conditions, but Clayton Tipalura on the left comes in pretty confidently, kicks towards goal, but just offline again, and another behind. So it's the Eagles who've added 4 behinds in this quarter, just stretch their lead out to 7 points. Muluwurri bring the ball back in straight up the middle of the ground, and now the chip pass comes out to Mitchell Jamola. Oh, that kick's close to the boundary line. I thought it was wider than it was with all the crowd overhanging the fence there, but this time it's chopped off by Davis White. He kicks in short towards half forward. A spectacular diving mark taken by Clancy Puruntatameri. He wastes no time, up on his feet, and the kick is beautifully directed into the full forward area, and I think it's Chris Tippingwoody, sorry for that, but Chris Tippingwoody takes the mark, and he'll go back with the set shot.
Huge kick if he can nail it. 6.5 minutes gone in this 4th term. This to take it out to 13 points.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty big margin in the context of the game, you would think, as comes in now. Big left foot kick, gets it high on the breeze. It's close. I think he's got it through. He has. Look at the crowd celebrating behind the goal. They spill over the fence onto the ground. But a really important first goal of this final quarter after they've had a few opportunities. And it's the Ranku Eagles who stretch out to a 13-point lead 7 minutes into the final quarter.
Huge kick when no one else could hit it. He's nailed it. It was a fair whack of the kick. 50 metres at least, you would think. Stu, was a terrific effort, especially towards that end of the ground where I believe the breeze is going towards the left of screen, so wind going against you. It's a tough kick, and now a lot of work to do for the Magpies.
Yeah, exactly right. Great goal, and they've had a couple of chances, but they really need to get moving here, as in the end the ruck contest was no contest, and the ball spills out, and Stephen Lorenzo puts Muluwurri forward. Mark not taken at the front of the pack. The ball spills to ground, paddled out of defence. Good defensive pressure is in the forward half from Muluwurri, but it's the Eagles who tidy up across half back, and now the hand pass comes forward, paddled forward, but only into the path here of Brian Ostrell, who's had a pretty good game. He got the hand pass up to Edward Darcy. He kicks out towards his teammate Michael Lorenzo, but just out of his reach, and the ball bounces over the boundary line again. So 8.5 minutes gone. They need 3 scores at least, so really would be hoping to bear some fruit from this game. As ball at ground level, hand pass comes back, a quick kick forward, but off hands, and it's the Eagles who clear it away out of defence, and Port Jimmy just calmly kicks it out wide. It's a beautiful kick, and the Eagles are off and running again around the outer side of the ground. The chip pass comes in, but too far as the Muluwurri Magpies just trying to tidy up from defence. They've worked it up into the centre of the ground. Oh, some high-flying action there as bodies go all over the place, but it's going to be a Ranku free kick here, and it's going to go the way of Theo Tipungwuti. Tipungwuti kicks high towards the boundary line on the outer side, and Clancy Puruntatameri takes that mark. He's called to play on now, swings around on the right boot, kicks long down towards the forward pocket, but that's gone wide and close to the boundary line. The Muluwurri players claiming it was over on the full, but I think it's going to be adjudged to have bounced inside, and it'll be a boundary throw in.
10 minutes gone now. It's going to take quite the effort from the Magpies. Need a score soon.
Ball over the top, or running onto that was P.O. Port Jimmy, goes beat to it. Here's a chance from the goal square. Just spills into the lap of Dunn, who slammed it through, and it's another Ranku goal, and gee, the task even harder now for the Muluwurri Magpies, as the Eagles starting to flex their muscles in this final quarter.
Yeah, you think that it'd be pretty close to the final nail in the coffin. You'd think. It doesn't seem like a massive lead, and we know how quick Tiwi footy is, but Eagles have just looked like everything is kind of going their way, all the 50-50s, and now with 9 minutes, it's going to take an almighty effort. But with the free kick here, this might help.
Yeah, it is, and so they've moved the ball on quickly now. No pressure on as Brian Ostrell just strolls through half forward. There's looks like there's confusion everywhere as to what's going on here, but that kick's gone out of bounds in the right forward pocket, I think. I think it's bounced out, so it'll be a boundary throw in, but not sure what the free kick was for, but Magpies had a chance there. The boundary throw in, they're deep in their forward line now. Ball spills out the back of the pack, or it could be a high tackle, it could be a Muluwurri free kick. It looks like it's going to be, and now the chance for a shot at goal to, I think he's suddenly realised that that time's starting to run out, and the shot at goal needs to be taken pretty quickly. Kick on its way. It looks like he's just missed it to the right. In fact, might have hit the post, so just to behind. And John Papungamiri brings the ball back into play, and the Eagles take it around the outer side of the ground. It just gets a little bit big there, and into the hands of Jamola. He gets tackled with the ball, and it spills out, and the Eagles looking to run it out of defence again. They've got runners coming off of half back, and now beautifully controlled kick by Port Jimmy finds his teammate P.O. Port Jimmy, and he kicks around the outer side of the ground. They're full of running now, the Ranku Eagles, as the ball spills at ground level, and there's a free kick been paid. It's going to go the Eagles' way, so bounce of the ball just favouring the Eagles at the moment, as it'll be a free kick out there wide on the outer side of the ground. Happy to take a bit of time off the clock, I think, as they hold a pretty handy 3-goal margin late in this third quarter. The kick at goal has gone across the face and behind only.
Makes the task ever so slightly harder for the Magpies. 3 goals, 1 the difference.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough ask for them now, you would think, because they play on from half-back, but they're still willing to take the game on out of defence as ball comes over the top, but just out of reach and couldn't be kept in. and it'll be a boundary throw in. Just forward of centre wing for the Ranku Eagles. So from the throw in, out goes forward for the Eagles. There's a free kick been found, and it's going to be a Ranku free kick. Daniel Portamini, who kicks long down towards the forward pocket. It's a well-directed kick, and the mark's taken. And you can see that just saying, settle down, settle down. We've got this one in our keeping as William Papangamiri just settles things right down now, and the Ranku Eagles looking like being the 2024 premiers. He chips the pass into the goal square cheekily, but it was well read in defence in the end. And now it's Muluwurri who run it out. Lindsay Maureen kicks long around the outer wing, but it's the Eagles who pump it back in towards the goal square. Magpies just trying to work it out of defence now with a long kick, and gets plenty of distance on it. The mark taken by Edward Darcy, and free 50-metre penalty's been paid. He wants to move the ball on quickly and waste no time running past a couple of Ranku players, and now he's called to play on as he goes forward of the mark, kicks out to the pocket. It's a beautifully directed kick, and he finds his teammate Roy Farmer out there. Farmer moves back quickly, and he's got the chance to close the gap a bit here. His kick's on the way. He's put it straight through the middle. It's a goal to Muluwurri, and maybe this game's not dead yet as they hit back with their first goal of the final quarter. The margin 13 points, only about 4 or 5 minutes to go, and they'd have to do everything right from the centre bounce a couple of times, you would think, but we know, we've seen before that they're capable of doing that, as Edward Darcy just goes back to do the ruck work in the middle of the ground here. It's been a great contest between he and Carlson Cantilla all day as the ball goes up. It's Darcy who wins the hit out, but it's the Eagles' first hands on the ball as there's a free kick's been paid. I think it's going to go to Austin Wanameri, saying it should be his free kick, but it's a Muluwurri free kick, but further on the outer side of the ground as they move the ball quickly inside forward 50, punch away defensively. Ranku trying to run it out of defence. Oh, good defensive pressure, but the whistle on the play says that was a push in the back, I think, and it's a free kick to Patrick Cantilla, who chips short and finds John Papangamiri, and now just sharing the ball around, taking some time off the clock. Papangamiri kicks around the boundary line, and the Ranku Eagles just slowing things right down now as the chip kick comes in, and they're happy to take as much time off the clock as they can as it ticks down towards the end of this game, and they hold that 13-point margin. So the long kick in, going right to the goal line. The mark's taken on the line, and what a mark it is. Just holds the ball up in the air, one-handed, a terrific mark. And this will be the sealer for Clayton Tipalura. He's marked it in the goal square. He'll kick from directly in front, and if they weren't already, the Ranku Eagles fans will be celebrating mightily now as that margin is insurmountable with just a couple of minutes to go. A 3-goal lead here, 19 points, and just out of the reach of Muluwurri, who've battled hard all day. They've had their moments, had their opportunities, but in the end, I think it's just been Ranku a bit too settled, a bit better organised, and they've controlled the game when they've had to.
Yeah, well, nevertheless, it's been a fantastic game, and looks like a free kick for the Eagles here as well, so it gets better for them.
Yeah, and again, they're happy to chip it around as they bring the ball straight up the middle of the ground. running out of defence. The kick comes away, and now Stephen Lorenzo looks to go along. There's a free kick after disposal here, I think, so it's going to be a Muluwurri free kick down. Looks like Farmer kicks the ball inside forward 50. It's a well-directed pass, and Nicholas Daniels takes the mark, plays on quickly, kicks towards goal. It's gone through, so they've pegged one back, but they're fighting it out right till the end as they get another goal on the board, but all too little too late, you would think, as there'll barely be time for play to start once the ball gets back to the centre of the ground. So the margin 13 points. Has been a fantastic game of football here. Just terrific Tiwi Islands Grand Final as we come to expect every year, and that ruck contest again as the siren goes to end the game, and the Ranku Eagles players celebrate as their fans do, their spectators and support staff, they all come onto the ground, and a much deserved victory, Ryan, for the Ranku Eagles.
Yeah, they were on from pretty much the start of the game, but you have to give major credit to the Magpies. I mean, they were pretty much fighting from behind for the entirety of the match, and to stay with the Eagles in every single quarter, they did spectacular. They're going to be disappointed, but they should hold their heads very high.
Yeah, just a fantastic advert for Tiwi Islands football and Northern Territory football, and yeah, another terrific Tiwi Islands Grand Final. It's been great fun calling the game, bringing the game to you. Hope you've really enjoyed it, and we can't wait for, of course, the next big thing, which is the NTFL season to start in a few weeks' time. But this has been terrific, as it always is. A great occasion on the Tiwi Islands, and plenty of people from all around the country here to watch this game today. And I'm sure they've been entertained as we have. Watching the game from the sideline. It was a ripping game. It was the Eagles by 13 points. Stu, thank you so much for joining me. Another great game of Tiwi footy, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
I give it a full-time score between Ranku and Muluwurri. Ranku got 8 goals, 12, 16. Muluwurri got 6 goals, 11 to 47. We would love to thank our partners, to our regional council, Tiwi Land Council, to partners, Muluwurri Club, Capital Care, Ceiling, Alpha, Muluwurri Sports and Social Club, Milakapuri Store, and Muluwurri NUA.